Welcome to part 2 of this 3-part challenge, Sprout Studio Sprint, getting paying leads in record time with me. Hi, Kayla Brent. If you have not watched part 1 yet, I will link it down below. Make sure you do that because I referenced some things in this video that I talked about in the last one. But the goal of this challenge is to help you get the most out of your 14-day free trial with Sprout Studio. If you click the link below that's my affiliate link for Sprout Studio, you not only get a discount, but you get a 14-day free trial. And I want you to make the most of that. I want you to really get in there, get things set up, start using it for your business to make sure it's the right fit for you, like it's been for me and my photography business and all the different phases. I talk more about that in part 1 of this series. Also, there is a bonus part. It's not going to be on YouTube or maybe wherever you're watching this. So you have to sign up for bonus part 4. It's a little bit more in depth, and that's why I'm kind of keeping it in a secret place, but you can sign up down below and it will get emailed to you. So go ahead and do that now. Sign up for part 4 down below. So you get that. I call it follow-up madness. It is a little bit more advanced. It's how I follow up with my leads after they contact me in Sprout Studio, how I follow up with them in Sprout Studio using their email marketing feature. So with Sprout Studio, there's all different buckets of features and tools that Sprout Studio has. So this is kind of like the buckets of all the features. There's a million other features in each of these buckets. With this 3-part training, I will not be going over the galleries or the design proof because I'll go ahead and tell you, if you've used any gallery or any design proof, then you can use theirs. It's very, very, very user-friendly and straightforward. If you have questions or you want me to make YouTube videos on these, let me know what your questions are down below. I'll be happy to answer them, and maybe you'll see it in a future YouTube video. But what we're going to be going over today is these parts here, the invoicing, the questionnaire, and just getting organized and saving time and all of those things within Sprout Studio. So that's what we'll be going over today, or in this video, should I say. You can watch all of these within an hour. And then on part 3, we're going to be going into more of the automation, putting the lead form on your website. Again, I'll be showing you what all of this looks like. And then on the bonus day, I'll be going over email marketing. So that's following up with your clients. And then in my membership, the Art and Business of Photography, I have an advanced strategy of where I have gotten bookings. This has only happened once, but one time I woke up and I had a booking. And so I was sleeping. These people never contact me. They can book, and I never even touched it. I have a whole system set up with Sprout, and I teach how to do that inside my membership, the Art and Business of Photography. That is a more advanced feature, but if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's really not that hard after you have everything set up. So I teach that inside my membership. If that's something you're looking for, would love for you to join us. But the first thing that we have to do is we have to learn how to speak Sprout. Every client management system has their own lingo. So what is the Sprout Studio lingo? Well, 2 big things here. First is a lead and then a shoot. A lead is when somebody inquires with you. So like, hey, what are your services? What are your pricing? Who are you? I want to learn more about your business. They typically will do this, and we will be doing this on part 3. Do this through a contact form on your website. So I'm going to show you how to make one of those and put that on your website in part 3. So that's what a lead is, somebody who's asking about your business. Then a shoot is somebody who has paid and signed their contract. Once they paid and signed their contract, they become a shoot. Now, in order for them to get from a lead asking about your business to a shoot, we have to send what's called a booking proposal in Sprout Studio. We have to send that to them, and then they can sign their contract. The booking proposal has contract, a questionnaire if you want one, and it also has the price that they're going to pay. So that's what I'm going to be showing you how to set up, and what you need to do is in here. And I see, yes, so that's what we're going to be doing in this video. All right, so I will not be seeing you in the next video. We will be going through this together. So I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to go into an account in Sprout Studio, and we are going to poke around in this test account that I have. So there are 3 things that we're going to be doing right now, and this is all on the back end of Sprout Studio that you have to set up first. The first thing is your pricing. Then we have to have your contract, and then optional, but I'm going to show you how to do it, is a questionnaire. So this is all building your booking proposal. Now in Sprout Studio, there's a whole bunch of different things over here to the side, but what we want to do is go to our settings, which is the very bottom here. Go to your settings, and the first thing that we are going to do is enter your prices. So you can click on this here, add price list, and I'm going to make one here. This is going to be for my general prices. You can have prints in here, products, services, digitals, packages, put all of it in there. I am just going to, for the sake of this video, make it really, really easy. And I am going to put in here, it has untitled service. You correct it up here. I'm going to put testing service, so we know that this is a test. I'm going to make it, it has your cost here. So that's how much it costs you to put it on. If you want to put how much it costs you to put it on. And I'm going to put that this is $500 there. And we're just going to have that there. And now I'm going to put testing service number 2. So I clicked add a new service, put testing service 2. And I'm going to make this one $750. Okay. We can also in here have digital files. You can put the single images or the entire gallery, and then you can create packages. And packages would be any of these things above put together. So you could have a package of this service comes with this many digitals and it gets a discounted price. And all of this is very user friendly. But for the process of you doing this really fast and getting your Sprout Studio set up, enter your pricing. That is the first thing that you need to do. Once you do that, make sure you hit save at the bottom, and you can title your price list. I'm going to put testing price list. And you can call this whatever you want to. If you have different services like a wedding price list and a family price list, then you may have 2 different price lists. So I'm going to go ahead and save that, and we can see my testing price list is right there. So pricing is your first thing that you are going to do. You must have that. The second thing that we're going to do is our contract. And I'm reminding myself of where this is. It is under booking and then contract templates. So we've done our pricing. We're moving on down to contract templates here. You're going to touch that there, and you can insert your contract here. Whatever your contract is, you need to have one. They have templates in Sprout Studio. Always have a lawyer look over this and make sure you're fully protected, but we need to add one. So I'm going to just choose one in here. You can hit the button. I'll do that one more time. Add one here, contract template, and you can just simply copy and paste it in there. I believe if you hit this plus here, you can go to their library and you can find different contracts for that Sprout Studio has in here. Of course, make sure you have this looked over by a lawyer. I just clicked on that one. I'm going to add that to cart here, and I'm pretty sure it adds it to my library. Oh, I'm in the way. Download now. It's free. So I get to download this here. And now I'm just going to exit out of this, and we're going to see if it populated in there. I'll do that one more time. Add from library. I'm just going to, oh, it says it's in there. Okay. Contracts. Obviously, there's all these new updates, but for the sake of this video, oh, there it is. It just took a minute to populate. No big deal. Okay, so now there is the contract. So you have to have pricing in there. You have to have the contract in there. And I do want to show you with the contract and the Sprout Studio contract, I highly recommend starting with what theirs look like, because they have all of this already set up, that the type and the date and the time and all of that will auto populate in here. So you can start with one of their sample ones, and then you can add in anything else that you need. So this is just sample, and then you can copy and paste your contract in there. So we're going to update that. So now we have our pricing in there. We have our contract. Those are 2 that you must have. The last thing that is optional, and it's under communication, is a questionnaire. When they book with you, do you have some questions that you want them to fill out? Again, there's templates in Sprout Studio, or you can create your own. I'm going to go here. I'm going to add from library. I'm going to choose pre-portrait details, add to cart, download now, download, and it's going to take it and it's going to be added to your account. You can exit here. You might have to get out of it and then get right back in it. It might take a minute for it to populate. That's what happened last time. And if not, for this example, I'm just going to go here. I'm going to call this testing 1 and hit save. Oh, I have to have fields in it. That makes perfect sense. And that's what you can put a thank you message. I will call this that. Testing. I spelled testing wrong. Okay. And save. And again, this is optional. Let's see here. Okay. See, it just took a minute to populate. There is our pre-portrait details there. So now that you've got your pricing and your contract and a questionnaire in there, we can jump in now to a booking proposal. So the way that you would be getting a lead is, and the way I'm going to show you tomorrow is I'm going to show you exactly how to do this tomorrow. This is my website. If you go to my website, you can look at this for yourself. It looks like this here. And if you go to contact me, it is going to show you a form. And this form here is actually a Sprout Studio form. So when they fill this out, it will go to Sprout Studio, and then you will see under leads, when we go to leads, there would be a lead there automatically. So, and here's a sample lead that they have in here already, but it would automatically populate there. You don't have to do anything because it's a test account. I can't make it work that way, but here's how you can add a new lead. If you needed to, for whatever reason, you can go here, add new. I'm going to put testing. You can choose which type of session it is. That comes from whenever your initial setup, when you chose what kind of photographer you were. You can categorize that. Choose a time if you already know when you're going to be photographing for them, and then choose their information and put it all in there. So I'm going to put testing, and let's see here. You can put all their information. You just need to make sure to have a email, if nothing else. So if you see down a lot at the bottom, this assistant, they will remind them 2 days and 1 week before their upcoming shoot automatically. This is why I say it's your best friend. And so anyways, add that lead there. So we have to have a lead first. And in order to get them to shoot, we have to send them a booking proposal. So now you see that we're here in our lead, and we had it for our date, and we need to send them a booking proposal. All right, so hit booking proposal there. It has a default welcome message, or you can change this to whatever you want to. Now the next thing is for your price list. You are going to choose your price list. That's why we already had to have our price list in here. You see testing price list, and then what in the price list are they getting? We put something under a service. So we had 2 things, testing service and the 1 and 2. So I'm going to choose the second one, hit add. Then if there's any a la carte items that they can purchase, you can put them in there. That is like extra prints, extra digitals, whatever you had in your pricing list. And now you can add a questionnaire here. This is why you had to set all the stuff up in the back end first, is you can choose your questionnaire, take that and put it in there. Again, that one is optional. And then the payment terms here, you can put due now, when is it due, or you can add a schedule. You can make a payment schedule by typing this here, and then you can create a new one that'll save it. So if you have like a sitting fee and then they do the remaining balance later, you can put all of that in there. Once you have this set up once, it's completely done. So I'm going to, for time's sake, just put that there. You do not have to add a payment if they haven't paid anything yet, and then it sends a thank you message. This is how you send a booking proposal. And it makes it so easy. And after you do that, all you do is hit make live. And we want to write them an email. write them an email. It'll automatically have their email address in there and who it's from. Of course, this is a testing account. It auto populates everything in here and it has their booking proposal. You can also change this whole template, email template, if you want to in the settings, but it's totally optional. This one works just fine. I've used the default in the past before as well. And there is the link to their booking proposal. You can take this and click on it, and this is what it looks like on their end. And this looks so nice. It's like, hey, here it is. And it's saying, this is your booking proposal and all the steps they need to do. And so here is their service. Look at how nice this looks, how much it is. It has your picture here, which you set up with with the initial setup through Sprout, and then your logo is there. This is why it's important to have your image because, like I said, one time I booked one in my sleep. They've never seen me. Then go to next. You add your. They would then add their information, their billing information here. I don't know if they'll let me go on without doing that, but then the next screen is for them to pay. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like and how nice it looks on their end. And then you just hit send and it would then send it to them. Once they do all of that, they have to pay and they have to fill out the contract for them to become a shoot. Then they would be following, and I'm going to close without saving. Then they would go to the shoot category and you would have them on schedule for the shoot. And you can see these here. It have the different types. If it's booked, that means they paid and they signed their contract, which they wouldn't be over here if they hadn't done that yet. So those are the different things that you need to do right now. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to the link below. And I want you to make sure to sign up for the Sprout Studio with the link below and follow the process in the beginning. Make sure that you now go into settings at the bottom, enter your pricing, enter your contract. Those are not optional. A questionnaire is optional if you have questions that you want to ask them, because that'll all be on your booking proposal. And then after you've done all that, meet me in part 3 and go ahead and sign up for the bonus day on part 4, which I call follow up madness. I will see you in part 3.